In today's episode, I'm showing you how easy it is to use Clover's needle felting tools to make some adorable kitty cat magnets. Let's get started. Today I'm using needle felting tools from Clover USA to create these little cat magnets. We're going to start with the needle felting brush and a piece of regular wool felt. I'm placing it onto the brush and just give it a little press. The brush will hold it in place. The first layer of our little calico kitty magnet is going to be this brown roving, and then I'm going to add in the other colors afterwards. I started by making a ball of the roving and then sort of forming it with my hands into a bit of a heart shape. Place your heart-shaped piece onto the felt that's on the brush, and then you're going to use your felting tool. These needles are very sharp. You want to try to go in an up and down motion, straight up and down as best that you can. And just repeatedly push down, and those needles will begin to force that wool roving through the felt sheet a bit. I did find I had to use my tool at an angle a bit on the outer edges to get the effect that I wanted. And there is our first layer of our kitty. I wanted him to be a little bit more fuzzy, a little bit more poofy, so I'm using just a bit more of the roving, and I'm going to very gently begin to push that into the background, but I'm not going to push it in as much. I'm going to allow it to be raised up a bit off of the base. To add the different colors to the calico kitty, I'm using the wool roving again in the other colors, and you only want a tiny bit at a time to do this. We're just trying to give the effect of calico and not completely cover the entire surface. Place it where you want to place it, and then use your tool to push it into place. Repeat with the other colors. I'm using black and off-white and a bit of gold on the brown background. And this is a random pattern, much like real calico kitties are very random. And now your kitty head is ready to add the embroidered touches. I'm using Clover's Gold Eye embroidery needles to add the facial details. I'm going to use pink, lime green, and white embroidery floss. And I'm working with 4 strands of each color. Thread the needle and tie a small knot at the opposite end of the floss. Then just lift that felt off of the brush and you're ready to add the details. I began with the nose, and I just freeform did this face. There's no pattern. I put it about where I thought the nose should be. And I made a triangle of stitches straight across the top. Now, how big you make your stitches will depend upon how big your little cat heads are to start with. And then I made 2 at an angle to create an upside down triangle. And then I filled in the center with an additional stitch. Next, I used the green embroidery floss, and again 4 strands, to add the eyes. and I just made several small stitches next to each other and sort of freeform shaped the eyes on her little face. Now it was time for whiskers. For the whiskers for this kitty, I'm using white embroidery floss. Again, 4 strands. I threaded the needle and then brought the ends together, basically making a double strand. Decide where you want to position them around her nose, and then push the needle through one side and out the other side. And you can see about where I stopped, and then use your scissor to trim away the opposite side. And you can use your needle to spread out those whiskers a bit more if you'd like. Use the scissors to cut around the kitty very carefully and remove the excess felt from around the face. The last step was to add the magnets. I'm using some Beacon 527. You want a permanent, strong adhesive, and I'm gluing some round magnets to the back of each little kitty head. I would suggest letting them dry overnight to be sure they're completely dry, and then they'll be ready to hang on your fridge and display your favorite photos or reminders, etc. We hope you're enjoying our For the Love of Pets series, sponsored by Judykins and Clover. Please follow us on social media. Sign up on our website and you'll be entered to win a prize package full of some of our favorite products. And remember, as we always say, when creativity knocks, open the door.